Hey guys, welcome back to Salem. My name is Zakh, and this is a very special video because it's our first collaboration video. I'm here with Eegorevids. Say hi, Eegorevids.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
So basically what we're doing in this video is we're gonna be taking a look at some more advanced combat moves and also some kind of PvP. So would you like to explain the skills required for PvP?
Basically, the only thing that you're going to need is you're going to need Rights of the Englishman that actually attacks other players, and then you can actually start learning things down the road, like the story of Cain and Abel, which is a really expensive one. It actually requires 6,000 cloak and dagger, but that actually gives you the ability to murder other pilgrims. So if you don't have that, you actually can't kill other people. But then the other ones, you get some of them like the fast moves and other like stuff like that. But to actually attack other people, really the only thing you need is Rights of the Englishman and Story of Cain and Abel to actually kill other people if you so wish. So that's pretty much how the skills work for it.
Right, and basically neither of us have the Story of Cain and Abel, so we're not going to be killing each other in this video.
Right, and I'm going to let you attack me, so that way I don't KO you in one hit.
Yeah, because my humors are just not up to par.
Right, exactly.
Also, the location we've chosen here, you can see we're right outside the Boston town claim. Someone's drawn this line in the ground. They've actually spent some time digging out a nice line, marking out the edge of the town claim. So in case someone does try and come along to kill us, all we have to do is hop right back into the Boston territory and we'll be fine. So, let's start off by showing off some of these new moves. Before, in the basic combats, I showed off the maneuvers, the guard stance. But once you get a sword, as you can see, I'm holding a sword here, which Eegorevids very kindly provided to me. We now have on guard, which puts us in a new stance with a sword. Doesn't look so well if you're holding an axe in the left hand, though. But as you can see, this does work pretty much like guard, and it allows some extra moves here. Like you can see, I can thrust. So I'm going to go ahead and thrust here. By the way, I am using the numbers on my keyboards to call these hotkeys here. So as you can see, if I thrust, it works pretty much like other things. But also, if you get the higher level combat moves, you get these other things like bull run, leap at, parry, and jump, and things like that. So could you explain what these are? Because I don't really know how they work.
Okay, so my idea of how they work is Bull Run basically just it makes you rush. It's to close distance. If you hit, it will stun you, but it just stuns you for a shorter amount of time if you don't hit. So basically the way Bull Run works is you just you click the Bull Run and then you just click where you want to go, and there's a funny little animation and you charge at them. So that's how the Bull Run works, but it does stun you when it's done. The leap at ability is actually the one ability that is very useful if an opponent is running away from you, because if they're actually facing their back towards you and you leap at them, it will actually it'll stun them for a short time, I think, but if you hit them twice with it in a row, it'll actually stun them for like 9 seconds. So it's a really good way to stun. And then the leg sweep just increases your opponent's imbalance, so that's just basically to get them in balance faster so that you have the upper hand. And then the regular ones, just like what Zakh was explaining, your thrust and that kind of stuff is all pretty much regular. And Stomp has been changed so that, I don't know if any of us have covered it, but Stomp has been changed so that if you get attacked while you're doing it, it does cancel it. So it's not really a smart one to use in PvP, in my opinion.
Right, so I suppose it's a good idea to try and demonstrate these moves on other players, as this is a PvP video. So do you mind if I just go ahead and try some of these on you?
Go ahead. Okay,
so my yellow bile is pretty low. It's only at 10 right now. So I don't think I'll be doing much damage.
And mine's at 40, so like I said, you should be okay to attack me. And I brought us some food along, so if we start running low, we can just refuel.
Alright, so I'm going to try the bull run. So the range is not super long, is it?
It's not terribly long, but I mean, it's long enough. But yeah, it's not terribly long.
Yeah, so from about here I should be able to hit you, so I'm just going to go ahead and try that. I missed. So it does take some accuracy here. Let me try that again. There we go.
There we go. You did 4 damage to me with that.
Yeah, so...
And then now, because I'm sure you could see it on your screen, there actually should be a portrait up in the upper right-hand corner of me that you are in combat with.
Yeah, so basically if there's a portrait up there, don't log out, because your character's not going to go anywhere.
Exactly.
So what was the other thing you explained? The leap at you mentioned.
Yeah, now hold on. I'll just go ahead and turn around for you, and you can demonstrate. Go ahead and leap at me twice, and it'll actually should stun me if it works properly.
Right. So the range on this is pretty short, so it should be okay from here. So if I leap at, so I've got to do it twice, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's twice. I don't know if the first one stuns or not, but I know that if you hit him within a certain time frame, I believe it does stun for like 9 seconds or something. You can go ahead and try it and play around with it.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and leap at. And I'll try it again.
There it
you
is.
go.
There's the stun, and yep, I'm stunned for wow, that's a really long time.
So
And
that's
it also raised my imbalance up to 100% when you hit me twice with it.
Right. So basically, if you manage to pull that off somehow in combat, you've pretty much won as long as your humors are about the same.
Exactly.
Now,
And now I'm down to 34.8. So yeah, you could probably do this all day long.
Yeah. Okay, you're good. Also, you mentioned leg sweep. So I haven't actually tried leg sweep on anything, so I'll go ahead and try that. I'm pretty sure this is So I'm not sure if that did anything to you.
It did a little bit, but I don't know if my humors are countering it. But it basically, as soon as you used it, it was just such a small amount that it actually went away as soon as you walked away. So I don't know if that is affected by your yellow bile. I'm not sure.
Right. And then finally I got here jump. This isn't a combat move, is it? It's a maneuver. Right?
Yes, I believe jump is not a combat move. I believe it is just a move, just the same as like regain composure or anything like that. I don't believe you can actually damage anybody with it. I think it's just to like do things like dodge out of the way, stuff like that. I mean, if you wanted to try it, we can try and do a bull run, and I can try and jump out of the way. See, that kind of would be a good way to see how that works, because I don't believe you can actually damage anybody with it.
Yeah, because basically all these moves do have a kind of charge-up animation. So if you have good reflexes and there's no lag, you should be able to dodge most attacks, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and try and bull run you here. So just get ready to jump out of the way.
All right.
So yeah, so that's basically how it's done.
But then when you do land a jump, it does stun you for a short time. So it's not as long as if you miss with a bull run, but it is a short time.
Yeah. Also, there's parry here. Do you know how that works?
Parry, I'm not 100% sure. I believe, well, first you need to be in on guard. Oh, whoop, I'm jumping all over the place here. I believe you need to be in on guard mode, yeah. And then when you actually parry, what I'm going to try and do, let's see. Yeah, go ahead and try and thrust me, and I'm going to see if I can parry it.
Okay, so I'm going to try thrust.
And you did no damage.
Yeah, it does actually completely dodge the attack. I'm going to try again. So yeah, that actually makes the game a lot more skill-based, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, it does. It's actually the first time I've used it, so that's actually kind of cool. And that, I guess, is a reason why there's like a little charge-up animation. So if you're actually really paying attention, you would actually be able to jump out of the way of things.
Yeah. I think that's all the moves, right? We've covered.
I believe it. I believe all the moves are that we've covered. I believe that's pretty much it. What I'm wondering, try and thrust me right now, and we'll see. Give a good idea of what on guard actually, if it blocks a certain amount of damage, because that's kind of something I was wondering, is if it actually does block damage if you're in on guard or opposed to if you're not.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'll go ahead and...
Yeah, and that did 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now try and go ahead and do that again. And it's actually, I think it did more. Because I was at 31 and went to 27.8. So
maybe you should try
a bit more.
Maybe you should try guard. Yeah. See if guard blocks any damage.
I gotta find it here. There it is. There we go.
Okay, so I'll hit you twice again.
That's 26. So yeah, that only did 1. Let me get out of guard here. All right, go ahead. Yeah, that was a pretty good when I was in guard mode, it only did like 1 or 1.5 down to. I was down to 27, and then when I was out of guard, it went down to 23.
Yeah, so guard, surprisingly, does block some damage from sword strikes.
It does. And then I guess one thing too that I did want to mention, if we have gone through all the moves, whenever you're ready, that little sword that is next to your picture up there in the window, let's say you just want to duel with a buddy or do exactly what we're doing and just kind of practicing. If you want to get out of combat with that person, you just click that little 2 swords there, and as soon as the other person clicks you'll actually leave combat.
Oh,
so if you were to actually click that right now, we would actually leave combat, and poof, there we go.
I didn't know that at all.
Yep, I actually just learned that yesterday.
Right.
So that's if you just wanted to practice with somebody, you can just, do it like that. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be in combat, and I think there is I'm not sure if you can't regenerate biles when you were in combat. I'm not 100%. I think you can't. I think you can't just be running away from somebody and eating while you're still in combat.
Yeah, I think they did change that where when you're in combat, your humors can't regenerate.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, if you're just dueling with somebody, make sure you have them do that, or it's going to take forever to leave combat. But yeah, I believe that that pretty much covers all the combat abilities. I'm not really sure what you need to kill another player. I know there's an actual killing blow that you have to use, but you don't get that until you get the story of Cain and Abel.
Yeah, so probably a combat move somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in probably combat or it's in maneuvers or something. But when you KO, like if I was to KO you and you were on the ground, I would actually have to use a different ability to kill you.
Yeah, that's to prevent people from accidentally killing each other.
Exactly, yep.
Also, if you KO from combat like this, you do have to respawn back in Boston, don't you?
It's either Boston or your claim. I'm not really 100% sure. I think you actually respawn at your claim. So that'll kind of work. I'm pretty sure that works that way.
And of course, you will lose a few points in some of your proficiencies.
Yep, I do believe it's 2 points and 2 random proficiencies.
Right.
Although
okay.
I have had it before where I lose. I died once, or I KO'd once, and I lost 4 points and 1 proficiency.
Right.
So when
it is completely random then.
Yeah, it is completely random, but when you start getting up to the, where you got 24 and 25 in your points and you lose 4 points, that's 4,000, points that you have to, or, like that's 4,000 if you're at the 10. So if you're at 25 and you go down to 21, that's a huge loss. You have to make up for all that. So
yeah,
avoid getting KO'd.
yeah. Especially in friendly fights. Don't think you can have like friendly combat and not lose anything.
Exactly, yeah. That's kind of nice to just be able to duel. So.
Alright, so that basically covers all the combat and PvP stuff, doesn't it?
I believe it does. That should be it, Zach.
Alright, so we'll end this video here. Say bye, Igor.
Alright, thanks a lot for watching, you guys.
Alright, bye guys. I'll see you in the next video.